It now. The lesson is timeless. Productivity is destiny. When I first began to study the long arc of history, I didn't set out to write about empires. I set out to understand how money worked. But the deeper I went, the more I saw that money is only a reflection of power, and power itself rests on education, innovation, and character. A country becomes rich because its people are learning, adapting, and producing. When they stop, the wealth begins to rot from the inside out, even while the surface still shines. You can see this same process in a business, a family, or a person. The pattern is fractal. If you plot the rise and fall of the world's reserve currencies over the last 500 years, the curves look almost identical. The Dutch guilder, the British pound, the American dollar, each followed the same path of ascent, dominance, and decline. In the beginning, there's thrift, innovation, discipline, then come expansion and optimism. Debt grows, luxury grows faster. Soon the habits that created strength become diluted by comfort. It's easy to spot the late stage of a cycle when people care more about distributing wealth than creating it. When reward becomes disconnected from contribution, the machine begins to grind. Yet these cycles aren't tragedies, they're transitions. Nature works through cycles of creation and destruction because that's how systems renew. A forest burns, and the soil becomes fertile for new growth. An empire overstretches, and its fall clears the way for a new balance of power. The wise investor, the wise citizen, the wise leader, all learn to see decline not as death but as transformation. Those who panic at endings miss the beginnings contained within them. When I talk about the changing world order, I'm not predicting apocalypse. I'm describing rotation of wealth, of influence, of opportunity. Every time the center of gravity shifts, those who cling to the old map get lost. Those who study the new terrain find freedom. The Dutch merchants once ruled the seas because they mastered ships and credit. The British mastered industry and trade routes. The Americans mastered technology and capital markets. The next great power will master data, energy, and coordination. The specifics change. The underlying rule remains. Whoever increases productivity the fastest becomes the new leader. Think about what that means for you personally. If nations rise through productivity, so do individuals. The single most important investment you can make is in your own capacity to produce value that others need. Skills are the personal version of industry. Discipline is your central bank. When you keep learning while others rest, when you save while others spend, when you build while others boast, you are mirroring the actions that lift civilizations. That is not theory, that's arithmetic. Compound improvement over time always beats occasional brilliance. One of the most powerful principles I ever learned is that reality